Hello, I'm back again. So, this is. I don't know how I'm going to fill up this video. I know I was going to fill up the last one, but I just kind of rambled on about myself. I do have an idea what I want to talk about today, and that is why you should even consider watching me. See, I kind of had this idea for my channels with an S / my channel. Like once this channel takes off and I get like some money, I don't mean like a couple paychecks from YouTube here and there. I mean like some money, like buy myself like a warehouse and an office and upgrade my space type money where I can start filming stuff and drive there with my car and all of this. So I'm gonna be doing all of that, come the summers. But when I move out of my house, because right now I just want this to be like a sort of like a regular YouTube channel, and then maybe I'll have like other YouTube channels. Pretty much anything I want to do on my YouTube channel is just going to be on this channel until I get old enough. Then once I move out, I'll start having other YouTube channels. As I go along, I'll start having other YouTube channels for other things. But for now, this is just my first YouTube channel. I'm still living, obviously not revealing my age or like birthday or anything like that, but I'm definitely living with my parents and my brother. That's like family and home life wise, I can like say. But besides that, today was just an update video, kind of like a part 2 to my first introduction video, because you'll get to see a lot more of what I want to showcase in terms of me, not the content. But you'll get to see. Yeah, but you'll get to see a lot of that. You'll get to see a lot more of me, the me I want you to see later on in life, other channels and videos. But for now, you don't know nothing about me at all, other than the fact, you don't know my personality, is what I'm trying to say. And I am a cat. I'm a hoot. Yeah, I'm someone you need to watch out for, right? Right now I'm just giggling and laughing. I'm much more than that, but you can sum me up by saying that, but also I am very shy and introverted because because I had some not life altering news, but when I was a little kid, I did find out that I was gonna need extra help. School wise, I was gonna need an IP. I found it out when I was a kid because I am a technology kid. That is my generation. I do not associate myself with those weirdo iPad kids. I don't. But kind of treading on my birthday, I am a technology kid. I was born around the 2010s. I'm not saying which year. I'm not giving my birthday information to no scammer here on YouTube or nothing like. No. I'm smarter than that, but I can work around that and tell you what I need to tell you about that without telling you what I can't tell you, if you get what I'm saying. So I was, in around like, in around like right before like the 20s, around like 17, around that time, 17, 18, 19, around that time, I, the doctors told me that I pretty much, I don't know, but I, yeah, they told me, they told my mom what they told her, and she was crying. But then, uh, I, something I do a lot sometimes, cause I talk to myself as well. I'm that guy too. And what I do is I like to I be having conversations, not necessarily like talking back and forth with myself. That's a little way crazy. But I've been known to do that from time to time as a kid, but now I just kind of talk to like the TV, like say, "Oh no, you shouldn't have done that," or just to myself thinking about it, kind of having a conversation with myself, but I'm not telling myself what to do. Like I'm not saying, "Hey, buddy, oh, what's up? Hi." So something I like, some not like per se, but something that I do a lot is I will go into a whole conversational topic. Like I'll just start spewing and going, and then eventually I'll forget what I was talking about. So, and me telling you guys, pretty much revealing more about myself, I have essentially gone off topic and forgot the assignment. I was trying to tell you why I was like, why they even diagnosed me with introverticism, or how you say it, why I'm even introverted or shy. Like I'm shy around girls, but I'm introverted and shy around people in general. And so yeah, pretty much when I found out the news, I was I was like, okay, yeah, you know. When my mom found out, at first she was distraught, but then she, obviously put on her smile and cheered me up and was like, this is gonna be it. You're gonna it'll be fine. So yeah, and uh, I was still in like elementary school around this time because obviously I'm not giving you no ages or nothing like that. Later on once I'm more comfortable and once I have a trustworthy fan base, right? Fans and subscribers and whatnot. Then I can like start celebrating my birthday on YouTube. Like, you know, um, I can say that I am a Capricorn. So, I mean it. Hopefully, if someone figures out my birthday, to keep it to themselves. But I am a Capricorn, and I was born in the 2010s. That's all I can say about that. But yeah, so that was, yeah, she pretty much obviously put her mom's smile on, was like everything. And then I was still in like elementary school, so up until like the 6th grade, cuz again, I was transitioning to like from 5th grade to like, no, I found this news out when I was in the 4th grade. It was the summer before the 4th grade, and I found out this news. And when I did find this news out, it was, I really didn't. Plus, well, first, it didn't feel like I fit in at the school when I found out I was getting an IEP. Because I never really felt like I fit in, especially with the IEP at first. Because I didn't have the help I needed. What the hell was I supposed to? I didn't know that. I didn't know that I had a situation or a thing or something. I don't want to use the term normal. Cause, well, some people don't like it, but I mean, hell, I can say normal. It's like if somebody said, it's like if somebody said, if somebody called me fat, so what? I know I'm fat. Tell me something I don't know. But yeah, pretty much normal, you know. Yeah, I didn't know for the longest time. I did have one flare up. Well, there was like this one thing that my mom now thinks was a sign that I that it was, yeah, that was leading on to what exactly yeah, so leading on to what exactly the issue is, or like what happens with me. So I really didn't fit in at school. Like I was there, I was always a bubbly personality, but I didn't feel like it always felt, my schooling always felt a little bit off because I never had the help I needed, guys. And so, like, again, in the fourth grade, even still, it didn't feel like that because, one, well, really, the main thing, the reason why I still didn't feel like that, even though I got that, even though I was getting the IEP and pullouts and whatnot, is because I was not at the right school. Now, prior to me being at the school I was at this school, Frederick Douglass. I want to say any and everything under the sun about that school. Frederick Douglass or 250, if you know where that's at, you know where it's at. I was at that school, and that school did not do what they needed, even before I knew, because I failed the first grade, guys. I'm kind of giving you, like, my details I kind of should be giving you, but not really. Anyway, I failed the first grade because, one, they didn't know that they didn't know what I now know. I didn't know what I now know about myself, and two, those teachers there really didn't care about their students. They didn't care about the students. They didn't care about sending them off to be scholars at the next school and be uh to be members of society and get jobs and whatnot. No, they didn't care about that. They only cared about the money. Yeah, they only cared about the money. The money. The money. So sometimes that can be bad too, because you never know what's going on in home life. And maybe school is the only, like, it could be a really bad situation, and pretty much everyone in the at on top of like that really bad situation, everyone is like pretty much dumb, and like this kid is a ticket to, the golden ticket in the family, and school is the only option. You never know. So only caring about the money is like, what? But anyway, so yeah, going on, uh I went to my next school, and like I said, didn't really feel like I fit in. And then maybe if I went to the school I'm at now when I was just a kid, then maybe I would have been fine there. But it doesn't really matter. What does matter is that my, like, to finish out why I'm even like introverted and shit, because now it just went on and on. And I forgot exactly. This is what I'm talking about, but I kind of forgot exactly what I was trying to. But I can get back to my link to my bubbly present. So yeah, uh, never really got. It didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like I was at like home, cause school, home away from home. It didn't feel like I was. It didn't feel like I was in with the school, fitting in, right? Until I went to one of the best schools ever. They're really good. It's down by the harbor, and it's like right on the water. So when it rains and shit and it snows really bad, we didn't used to go to school down there when it rains and snows really bad and whatnot. Cause that place been flooded and came down like a house of cards with all us inside. So you know. So yeah, but that school is amazing. Love it. All the teachers were there. Um, all the teachers that were there, love it. Only thing I will say is, um, some teachers they left at the end of my 7th year, going on to my 8th. They left and got jobs at other places. Some of them maybe didn't go back into the education department, working in education. Some of them probably didn't go back. Whatever the case may be, that's fine. But I did get is that it looks like yeah. I did get to experience 3 great years with uh the most wonderful cast of teachers that could teach whatever you want to call it. Like that was a good school. And they understood at like they I mean all schools might seem friendly, right? Like, even the school, my elementary school, my second one, all the teachers were like friendly, but that school really felt like a family at that school because I had I had the help. I was finally getting the help I needed, and two, just overall, that school felt like a family. So because I was getting those help, like I got to because we didn't really have small group classes at first, like pulling 10 kids out the class who really need the help and then moving them to a separate classroom. Yeah, we didn't really get that per se. I don't know if that's how they always did it, but we didn't really get that until like after like right around like September, I mean right around like October and November. So like before Thanksgiving we got, or maybe even before Halloween is when we started. Yeah, it was like before Halloween, so it was like September into October. We started getting pulled. At first it was just okay, the teachers were together. It was 2 teachers, 1 class. Then one teacher, the small group teacher, was like pulling us for some stuff in another classroom, which then spiraled and turned into now you guys come to my classroom. And that just became more frequent until, like I said, eventually it was just come to my classroom. I'm your teacher now, right? So, which was fine. And then sometimes we'll be in the other class if the teacher wasn't there, but eventually that fizzled out too, and they would like get subs and whatnot, or someone in the school to cover the class, as a school does. And that's pretty much what happened with yeah. And then even in 6th grade, you know, and one thing though I didn't have was a science class yet. In 6th grade, I was taking science. Then in 7th grade, I finally got a small group science teacher who right away there was no splitting up the class. Sometimes, no, there was a direct go ahead to this class. Another thing I did too, well, first, something new that nobody probably has never had in their school, unless they went to this school I'm talking about before, was not an art class, a yoga class, which eventually turned into a, what's it called? A, it turned into a PE class. PE was really fun. Like, I used to like PE back in my elementary school too, because I had PE there too. It was like fun. Like, not everything we did there was fun. And yeah, that PE class back in my elementary school, as fun as it felt like it felt more like an actual PE class rather than just like a fun time class like I had at my new school, at my old um my previous school, which is a not a high school but a middle school, right? So yeah, Elementary PE was, we played games and we did some fun things, and we used to have, it was also a but PE class, we only had the one class in elementary school, and PE was more so like a it was a I forgot what they used to call it, but it's like we only went there on certain days. I really forgot, but it was like we only went there on certain days, and then that was it. I really forgot what it was called. We only went there on like certain days, and that was it. But anyway, if you know the school I'm talking about, if you know, you know. If you lived in the area I live in, because like my landmarks are the courthouse next to the Walgreens, that just closed down, and like that McDonald's up the street, Wendy's, again the courthouse where the subway is and whatnot. So yeah, those are like pretty much my landmarks, right? But anyway, yeah, going to that school, that was fine. And then that was that PE class, that PE class, that was actually, like I said, more like a PE class than what I had in middle school in my last year. That PE class, that was like, again, more like a regular PE class. Cause it's like, yeah, we used to play games, and yeah, we had like blocks of time, like for the last like 10, 15 minutes of the class. Some days we would just do whatever we wanted, play games, go outside, or like we would get our PE stuff and maybe a game or two all together out the way, and then we would have free time at the end. So yeah, we did some fun stuff, and I like that one. I like that class I like that one. But I like the one I had just this last year way extremely better, because it just felt like we never did any exercise, and that's the part I didn't like. I liked the fun games we did in PE, but I never liked the exercise part of it, you know. But now I'm getting back into exercise too, and I'm gonna try to set up some. I'm gonna try to set my phone up downstairs, guys, so you know you can listen to my playlist. Yay! You know I have playlists, and I'm gonna try to see if I can how does making a playlist specifically for your channel work. You know, I'm gonna try to see how making a playlist specifically for your channel works. Not a playlist you make for yourself, like a channel specific playlist, right? I'm gonna try to see how that works. But because there's gonna be some playlists too, but I have a summer playlist. I have a simplified. Some like I just have a bunch of playlists. I talking about playlists. I'm talking about my bubbly personality, which spiraled into this whole big giant conversation, which is still taking up time. So yeah, I do have, yeah. So the uh the gym class that I took this year, the PE class, the PE class I took this year was super, super fun. I loved all the games we used to play. I loved everything. And plus, we used to always have like 10, 15 minutes outside time at the end. Like, that was pretty much always a given. And, I think actually, because we did technically have like a real PE class in like my third grade year at my elementary school, but that was the year my mom took me out to try and see what the hell was going on with her son, because no one still knew, and this was right before the summer of my fourth grade year, going into my fourth grade year, because again nobody knew. And on a quick side note, some homeschool for my experience was fun, just because of the type of mom I had. You know, I mean, we did work, but it didn't feel like homeschool. I know there are probably some cases where, like, I know a regular homeschool parents. They like set it up like actual school. Like maybe they have maybe it's a white family who has like a garage in their house. Like, you know, a family that has like a garage. So they put the boards up, they put the desk up, and they have like the posters and whatnot, you know, to read off of. They have like the math, the the math number, you know, the what's it called when it's like the numbers from 0 to like 10 going this way and 0 to 10 that way, and it's like a number line, yeah, like the negative and the positive, which is weird. We say positive and negative, but we go left to right, so it would be negative to positive. Yeah. But anyway, so, and I don't know why I even talked about the third grade thing I used to have. I think I was talking about that because I was like the same teacher, or some, it was either like the same teachers. No, I don't remember that. I don't think, no, I would have remembered the face. No, it wasn't that. No, I think the teacher who was at first teaching us, who at first was covering the PE class, because my yoga teacher had left. Again, one of the teachers who left, she left, but we got a cool PE class in my 8th year at school, right? So, at my 3rd year at that school. So, I think he knew the guy who used to be like my full-on PE teacher back in the day. I think so, back in the day. Like my full-on PE class. But we still had those classes, same kinda, like we did back in the day, where we had one class and then we would have like a, whatever it's called. And then later on, you know, yeah. But, I, yeah, we used to have that, and then that class, so we would have PE. But yeah, PE was nice. We had one teacher. We had two teachers actually, but the first teacher, he was cool. He was a dude, and he was cool. He was fine. But then that second teacher, we only because we were the leaving and graduating class she didn't make that much of an impression, or like, well, she made an impression, a good impression on me, I should say. I don't know about everybody else, how everybody else felt about her, but what I can say is, she didn't, her true colors didn't shine. Like, we didn't see all of her, right? Because again, she had came in. Something happened with our original PE teacher in my 8th year alone. Ooh. Yeah, don't mind whatever that was. In just my 8th year alone, he had like a foot injury or something, which turned into her being there for a couple weeks, which turned into her being there a little longer, again turned into her being our teacher for the remainder of the year, which is only like the last like 2 months of school, because again, she came so late, and plus by the time she came, again, we were already preparing ourselves to say goodbye to all of our friends and whatnot, and the people who aren't your friends no more because of drama and whatnot, because middle school, you kind of get the drama experience. But I know I certainly got the drama experience because of someone. I'm not gonna even say who this someone is. I don't spread rumors or start nothing. I'm a good kid. I don't do that. But anyway, I did get a taste. I did get, not a taste, I did get a fistful of the drama experience, and I didn't even know, because I didn't want no parts of that. But this, but who gave me this taste, this fistful of drama, you know, they just kept being relentless and kept coming for me for no reason. Well, actually, it was a reason, and I'm still a dope, because I allowed that same person to get into my head and tell me a whole bunch of things. Anyway, I said I'm not going to do that, and I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to, step aside from the drama thing. But again, I didn't forgot what I told you guys I do this shit. I forgot what I was going to say. But yes, middle school was good. Now I'm in high school and whatnot, and it's good. My first year went great. Again, I'm definitely not revealing my age, but my first year of high school went amazing. And getting back to the central point of today's video is why you should watch me. I have like one of the best personalities ever. And not like obviously like those those ads and commercials for Max, what they used to say, like watching this show or doing this is just one part of me. Yes, there's multiple parts of me that make up my whole personality, and you'll get to see a lot of my personality if you want to stick around and subscribe to my channel. So please do so, guys. And I'm getting ready to wrap this video up. So in conclusion, I have a great personality, and I want you all to see my personality. So watch my channel and subscribe to me, please. It would help me out a lot. And only reason I just said that was because right now it would help me out a lot. Because once obviously you get enough subscribers, you can get monetized, and then I can start asking you guys for just a little more help. And by the time I get monetized, hopefully I'll have a actual fan base, subscribers, audience, people who come to see my face. My face. This face. Yeah, my face. So you want to come see this face, right? And like I said, obviously, once I have people who are sticking around to see this channel, I'll obviously reveal more, like maybe not my age, but at least my name, because you kind of might know my name, but not really. So, I just want to tell you guys that, and yeah. Eventually, you'll see more than just me talking to you guys for right now. On my channel, too, I'll try to get I'm gonna get a tripod, and eventually I'll move on to an actual, like, filming camera, which then I will obviously, at the moment, I have my PC, and actually, let me show you my PC, just right here. Yes. Ooh, that was a close-up shot, guys. But anyway, I have my PC, and my PC is right there, like I said. Eventually, I'll get maybe some monitors, because at the moment, my PC is broadcasting to my TV. I will, obviously, most likely get out. I like the idea of PC to TV, but most likely so that everything can be connected and I can just like seamlessly have everything connected. I will have my PC. I will have monitors for my PC. I don't really have a monitor per se. It's like a used monitor that I got from the person who built the PC for me. But I'll get like an actual top of the line monitors, and connect my Xbox and my PC together and all of that. Connect all of that together, and then plug all that into the wall pretty much. And then my PC will be able to show my Xbox screen and all my games and whatnot. And it'll be on my PC pretty much. I'll have my Xbox to my PC, which will be great. By that time, I can start connecting my camera as well, and you can start seeing me play all my games that I want to play, like The Sims or GTA. So yeah. So again, to really wrap up this video, because this video is another long one, to really wrap this up, I have a very, very bubbly personality. Like you'll love me, guys. I'm telling you, you'll love me. Once you get to know me and you subscribe to my channel, you don't want to not. I promise you won't want to unsubscribe. You'll love me, right? The only reason you might unsubscribe is if YouTube unsubscribes for you, because you maybe fell behind on my videos, which are fine. But if you're really loyal enough, you'll come back to me. And you know, you'll love my bubbly personality. So with that, I say bye. See you next time. And again, bye.